Hello, beautiful souls. Healing Grasshopper here to do a pick a card reading for the lunar eclipse in Libra on March 25th. And the question is, how can I best utilize the energy for the next 6 months to improve my life? Now, the way eclipse energy works is that it will linger with us until a new eclipse is upon us, which is a period of about 6 months. Um, so It's good, by the way, to look back in the past 6 months and see how things have culminated, things that you need to wrap up, and that kind of thing as well. Um, the next lunar eclipse is in September, so we can utilize this current April eclipse energy until then. So if you have picked up this video after April 25th, it's okay. It's still relevant um, until September, until the next eclipse. It's still relevant to you. So quickly, this is a lunar eclipse in Libra, which focuses on balance in your life, especially in relationships. And if you haven't seen the lunar eclipse video for your sun, moon, and rising signs, they are available. So you can have a look at those. And I will have a link, um, probably end screen on the top somewhere, or in the description below. So I've made 4 piles. You can choose one or multiples. If you choose more than one, I would listen to the one you're most attracted to, which is obviously the most relevant. Listen to that one last so that the message stays with you. We've got 4 piles here. One is Picasso Jasper, two is Bloodstone, three is Chrysoprase, and four is Rainbow Fluorites. So I will give you a moment to choose now. Enjoy. Right. So here we have pile number one, which was the Picasso Jasper. So let's see what the tea leaves tell us. Rat. Someone is working against you behind your back. That's been coming out a lot this year. Um, Older man, dealing to a relationship with an older man. So apparently this rat is an older man. I'm feeling like this is a relative. Someone who, in his mind anyway, feels like he is above you. You know, since they're older than you, they feel like they have some kind of power over you, which is an illusion. But we'll see. Deprivation says healer guides on the bottom. hmm Courage. Yeah, sure. One has to have courage to stand up to a person like that. That's for sure. Um, and we have soul truth. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it is time to take flight. Today's soul action is today go inward. Your your answers lie within. What oh dear, what do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. It's a pretty simple message. Then messages from the universe tells us sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that has been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. I promise you, you will not regret it. Hmm. So already I'm getting from this message a message that has been coming up quite often this year because there is a lot of letting go of relationships and seasons ending. And some of these seasons ending are with people that one would never imagine parting with. Um, and oftentimes those are relatives, people who are staples in your life that, it just never occurs to you to walk away from them. But um, sometimes there are energies like this that are kind of, hmm, there's a thought that just, there are times when I'll get like five thoughts at once and then, like my brain will short and I'll lose them all. It'll come back. Um, by the way, Spirit's telling me that um, it doesn't necessarily need to be an older man. I do feel like this person is either older than you or if not necessarily older than you, in some kind of senior position above you, where they are in a position where they feel like they know more than you. They, they imagine themselves above you in some way. Um, and there's negative vibration here with this person where they feel threatened by you. Um, so, and it also doesn't need to be a man either. It can also be a woman. Um, but this person can be particularly aggressive um, if they're a woman. They're taking on masculine um, characteristics where they always want to be in charge. They can seem, and this is the shadow side of masculinity, by the way, where they can seem, insensitive and focused on the task at hand a little bit too much and that kind of thing, where they kind of make you feel like you're invisible, like your needs and feelings don't matter type thing. Um, okay. Deprivation. Really quickly, before we do, I was going to say before we do tarot, but maybe we should do tarot first, and then we'll come back to the deprivation card. We'll read what it says in this guidebook. But let's do tarot first, I think. Spirit, show me what's going on with this. Whoa. Spirit's like, yeah, I gotcha. Okay, what was I saying before about parting? Right. So, I was talking about staples in your life, the ones that you never imagined that you would walk away from. Um, here it is. This is confirming what I'm talking about. So, for many of you, I'm really feeling, oh, look at the tower too. So, this lunar eclipse, and by the way, too, don't forget that this is, people tend to look at astrological events and think that, like, the day comes and the day goes, and the next day they're like, oh, it's gone. No, it stays with us for a long time. So this does not mean that this is going to come to a head on the 25th or even in April. Um, but it is an energy that is going to start to brew. You're going to start to see signs of this coming. You'll even have the notion in your head, like, I don't want to take this crap anymore. So that's the start of this tower and death energy, where you're just like you're at the end of your tether. You don't want this in your life any longer. And here it is. This is you really thinking about it. Being the Nine of Swords, where you're some of you, yeah, it could be keeping you up at night. See how he's sitting up in bed with his hands in his head. But it doesn't need to be like that either. This can um, point to just general being irritated by this and it being in the back of your mind or in the forefront of your mind all the time, where it's very, very disruptive and causes you a lot of stress and that kind of thing. Um, the King of Wands, this is such a perfect message. This is exactly what I was talking about here, where the King of Wands is, this is typically the entrepreneur card, but that's not what this is talking about. And who knows, this may be, for those of you in the job, this may be taking control of your own life and taking the CEO position in your own life and, firing your boss, so to speak. But um, the first energy that I felt was you doing something about whatever this person, doing something about the energy that this person is bringing into your life. You saying, right, this is my life. I don't like this. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't have to tolerate this. And, this sounds like such a simple no brainer type um, message, but sometimes it can take a long time for you to come to this realization. You can be in a job for a very long time. And I know that story very well because the same thing happened to me where I was miserable in a job. Well, I was in a job for 18 years. Miserable, I would say, maybe for the latter 10 years of it, where I was really super miserable and stressed on a daily basis and that kind of thing for 10 years. Can you imagine? But I was always, my mindset in that job was always to change my circumstances in that job, and fight the person that was aggravating me and, trying to eliminate that person or get above that or in front of that person. And, like it never really crossed my mind to leave, you know, until there was a certain point where, I had a tower moment and, I mean, it not until the end of that 18 years did it really occur to me to get out of there. But, this could be the same thing with you where you're really starting to think to yourself, wait a minute, why am I even subjecting myself to this? I don't need this. Um, Now, if this is a relative, that's even more like you really, relatives, you just, it just, doesn't often occur to people to rid themselves of a relative. A relative. You just you think of them as someone that you have to put up with. They're just part of life. That's, your mom or uncle so and so or whoever it is, your sister, your brother, whoever it is, you know. It's just like you're supposed to tolerate them in your life. And that, Spirit is saying, but do you really? You don't. No matter who it is in your life, your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, siblings, uncles, your children, you know. I mean, if they are of age, of course, they can fend for themselves. Adult children, you don't have to tolerate them in your life. Two of Wands. And this is you really starting to see that and making that choice and leaving or searching for something better for yourself. Six of Pentacles is another card that comes out very, very often because the Six of Pentacles is a message that Spirit often sends to me when I'm doing a reading about an adverse situation. Because the Six of Pentacles, um, the basic meaning of this is about altruism and generosity. But the understanding that I have with my spirit guides is less about materialistic altruism and more with generosity of spirit, which is generosity in your time, in your kind words, generosity in things that you internalize, things that you do not say. You might be angry and want to say all kinds of hurtful things, but you decide to hold back and not say those things and not contribute to the low vibration. And that is being generous with that other person and not um, throwing daggers at them. You know, the Knight of Cups here is the perfect complement to the Six of Pentacles message, which is approaching things with love of self and love for the person in front of you, which is very hard to do, right? Because it's very hard to love a person like this who is working against you, who is aggravating you, who is not putting you first, you know, who is being insensitive and unkind to you. But spiritual strength is all about drawing from love in every situation and finding the love. You can be angry at someone and disappointed with someone and still approach the situation with love, right? This is a pointed choice here of choosing high vibration over contributing to their low vibration. This is reversed, yeah? Yes, okay. Eight of Swords reversed. Eight of Swords reversed is, it's kind of emphasizing what I was saying your about the staples and the people in your life that you don't necessarily, it doesn't occur to you to walk away from them and that kind of thing. This is a feeling stuck, like, how do I get out of this? How do I get away from this? Like, if this is a relative, you know you, you're just like, they're causing me stress. How do I rid myself of this stress? And it being reversed is, it kind of enhances that feeling, or it tells me that it's a very strong feeling of you feeling hopeless. And if you just, let's get an outcome here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the hangman here, or um the devil, where Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles is dissatisfaction. We done with this deck? No. One more card. What did I say? There's the devil. The devil. Hey, okay. But hey, wait a minute now. This is very good outcome here. Okay. So, I said I wouldn't be surprised if the devil didn't come out, or the hanged man. What's on the bottom of the deck? Knight of Swords. Yeah, we've got swords now. This is very good. Okay. So, we've got a very good balance here of the elements here. We've got your thoughts here, which are the swords here, which are kind of jumbled and askew here, because we're dealing with low vibration. And when we come across low vibration, we tend to meet that low vibration with our thoughts, with our egos. Um, but as that progresses, if you've got a strong connection to spirit, your heart tends to kick in. Like, wait a minute, you know, this is, let's feel through this instead of thinking so much through this, right? And that brings you to assessing the situation at hand, and then being able to make choices from your heart. And when you do that, you have these other swords here. You see your thoughts start to transform in the right direction. And we'll talk about that direction in a moment, because we're going to go to the devil here, which talks about your your initial thinking whilst you're immersed in their low vibration, which is kind of confusion and not being able to see your way out, which is the devil. The devil is confusing. It is tethered to the ego and to materialism, to, you know, it's a polarization of you being bound a little too closely to the earthly matter at hand, right? And when you're in that, you feel like there's no way out, right? And that's what the devil is all about, feeling trapped. But you're never trapped. The devil has no power over you. All you have to do is consult with your heart, and your heart will always lead you out of a situation like that. And that's what you are realizing here. You're like, okay, first of all, I'm not going to contribute to this low vibration. I'm going to refrain from Six of Pentacles, from, matching that low vibration. I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to see what my choices are to get out of this. Then you say to yourself, and you see, wait a minute, I do not have to continue this relationship with this person, no matter who they are. I can just walk away. And then you have a lightening of your heart and your thoughts, where you, Page of Swords, start to think differently, start to see a new path. And you see that you have choices ahead of you. And then, as you start to think of it, you have the King of Swords here, which is the ultimate smart person. He knows how to think his way out of a situation and into something better for himself. So you see the contrast where we started here with you despairing and not knowing how to deal with it, with being the boss here of your own life. So, any more Tower clarification? No, we're done with Tarot. Okay, deprivation. Right, we wanted to read the Sonia Choquette book. Ask your guides. Okay, guides. 34. Okay. Deprivation, withholding, paranoia, stinginess, frugality. You may find yourself feeling fearful about your finances and security right now. This may cause you to be overly frugal, withhold, deprive yourself, or even hoard. Happily, your healer guides are here to reverse this fearful energy and restore flow and abundance to your life. They inform you that hoarding or withholding in any way goes against the divine flow of the universe and is the opposite of what's called for to create prosperity. The universal laws of prosperity state that we receive what we give. The universe does not lack. Lack only exists in our minds. The true source of poverty is disconnecting from our divine source. Like a plant separated from the earth, your true source of support and life force is interrupted. This is why you are fearful. Get back into the flow of things. Your healer guides urge you to reconnect to the divine source once again. Begin by being generous in all ways possible. Stingy tendencies, even with yourself, will only keep you cut off from the divine supply. The devil. Heal your disconnection from source by recognizing that you're a trust fund baby of the universe. Fabulous. Your needs will be met easily if you open your heart to receive. Open your hearts to receive universal gifts. Connect to this flow by sharing what you can. A smile, a compliment. Wow. Six of Pentacles. A smile, whoops, what you can. A smile, a compliment, your assistance, your time. Your healer guides message to you. Tap into the abundance of the universe by sharing your heart. Okay. So, this totally mirrors everything that we were just saying, especially these three cards here. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Devil. Right? Now, let's go back to why we're here in the first place, which is the eclipse in Libra. Libra is all about balance, and this is pretty much what this is talking about. There is an imbalance here of a person who is intruding, not intruding upon your life your and your autonomy. They are projecting and making you feel as though they have power over you that doesn't exist. So the eclipse in Libra is here to help you with this situation and helping you see your way out. And for those people who this is your boss, this can be very difficult where you're like, I need this job. Yes, maybe this person doesn't have ultimate power over me, but in this job they do. And I need this job and that's where deprivation comes in. This card saying that you've got to, and it's easier said than done. You need to resist that feeling of lack, of I need this job. Once you release yourself from that, doors are going to start opening for you. I'm not necessarily saying that you need to tell your boss to go F themselves and walk out and quit on the spot. But once you make up your mind that this person has no power over you and you enter this Two of Wands energy of, okay, I am going to free myself of this, and there is a choice, which is what all the Two of Wands talks about. This guy is holding the world in his hands, a globe, holding on to a wand. This is him deciding of a choice to improve his life, right? This is what you're going to do. You're going to stop dwelling on this person that's aggravating you and the power that they supposedly have over you and choose to dissolve this power that they have over you and choose something better for yourself. And Spirit is saying that it's there for you. You just have to focus in the right direction, which is what is best for you and not what other people are imposing onto you. So I hope that this makes you feel freer than you did when you came into this reading, because you are free. The devil is a lie, okay? All you need to do is reach up and lift these chains right off from around your neck, because they are not that tight. They are loosely around your neck. All you have to do is decide to lift them off your neck and walk away. You don't have to stay tethered to the devil. Okay, my beautiful souls? Love, light, healing energy to you. You are free. You are loved. You are supported. You are blessed. Love and light. Many blessings. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 2, the Bloodstone, let's see what the tea leaves say. You have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Isn't there always? Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Well, it doesn't say and, there's a comma. Triumph over troubles, obstacles, to be precise. So we have a Moonology card here. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. Okay, that's always a really, really good advice for a period of frustration and triumph over troubles. If you just take a quiet moment and tap into your heart and, your upper chakras, your crown chakra, your third eye, and your heart chakra, you'll be able to overcome whatever it is that's troubling you. And we're going to find out what that is. soon. We have a numerology card here. You have 2222. Feminine forces, relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit, and you'll become a force. Wow, I'm getting a lump in my throat. Um, honor commitments and people around. Don't judge, listen. Okay. So I'm feeling some very, very strong relationships here. Some might be romantic, but some can be very, very close platonic. These are close, meaningful relationships. Um, hmm, yeah. All right. So we'll see what else this brings. We have a message from the universe here. Just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. Okay, so let's see what tarot gives us. Temperance. Okay, oh, look at the Four of Wands too. Okay, so Temperance right out of the gate here brings the energy of this eclipse, which, to remind you, is a lunar eclipse in Libra, right? So Libra brings temperance, brings balance, brings alchemization of troubles and obstacles. With balance, you'll be able to overcome it. And look at how this Four of Wands really complements this message from the universe. Just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. This is the promise of this card, Four of Wands. This is typically called the marriage card, but it doesn't need to be marriage. But it's that same, if it's not marriage, it's that same kind of energy of celebration, of high vibration, of people coming together in joy and celebration, exaltation, you know. Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups. Okay. So over here we have kind of scattered and almost like overexcitement, like a desperate kind of energy, and like scattered, displaced energy. Um, this is a scrambling of how do I fix this? How do I do this? I have to do it fast. I gotta have it back. I gotta have it now. You know, Queen of Cups is about, first of all, Queen of Cups opposed to the Knight of Swords. It's like, the Queen of Cups is sitting there comfortably with her heart encased in a beautiful trophy there. Um, where the Knight of Wands is in a great big hurry to get something done. You, it's like stop and assess things, especially assessing your own heart and your own needs first. And by the way, what you feel you need can be this other person or whatever it is that you're pursuing, but it's like what the universe said about it's going to be there. You don't have to be in such a rush. And that's not the way to do it. The Knight of Wands is rushing in the wrong direction. So it's like, wait a minute, Knight. Oh, hold your horses here, Knight of Wands. And I mean, Knight of Swords. And look at the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is, again, in opposition to the Knight of Swords. And it's like, wait a minute. There's, there's thinking, but it's very rush thinking here. This is about taking it easy and drawing your thoughts and your inspiration from spirit, right? And not working, out of your ego, your root chakra. Your root chakra is always reacting to something. That's what this Knight of Swords is. It's like something's happening. I have to do something. Hurry. But the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords is more like, okay, wait a minute. We're going to assess things. We're going to look within. We're going to consult with spirit because, you know, we know that even though there's a problem ahead of us, we know with love and with spirit we can overcome it. We may not see it right now, but the solution will come. And sometimes there's not a solution. Sometimes, there's nothing that you need to do. Sometimes it's just simply waiting. Oh, a fool. Here's another promise from spirit of things changing, of you getting an opportunity I was going to say to walk through a portal. Yeah, the world may come up soon. Um, about doors opening for you and this situation changing. That things won't always be the way they appear. What else we got, Spirit? Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles came out in the last reading. Where this is, yeah, you dissatisfied. That whatever trouble that this is, whatever obstacles the tower. Again, this is another promise from the universe that this will end and that the universe is taking care of it. What did I just say about there may be nothing that you need to do? Maybe you just need to wait and let spirit take care of this. And maybe that there is something that you need to do, but maybe you need to take on that mentality for a moment. Like, wait, there's nothing I need to do now. And in that stillness that you put yourself in, you may be able to see the direction that you need to go in that you didn't see before because you were in this chaotic energy of the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups, where you're scrambling to see, oh, maybe I should do it this way, this way, this way. Maybe if I go in this direction, it's like, oh, it's too much. How can you ever hear, hear yourself think or you know, feel anything if you're in a panic? Ten of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, these definitely go in the center here. So Six of Pentacles talks about taking the high road. There is someone that has really hurt you. But here's the Ten of Swords next to the Tower. It will be over soon. If the tower hasn't happened yet. And what is the tower? A blow up, a fight. It can be anything. Someone getting fired. Um, I have an echo of fired in my head. I'm waiting for it to dissipate to get something else, but I really feel fired. But something happening that, yeah, I can't see it clearly. So it's probably, it's not the same for all of you. It's many, many things. But there is some kind of betrayal, insensitivity, or even mean-spirited, selfish behaviors here that really has wounded you and has put you in the point of no return where you don't feel that you can fix this. For some of you, you may find your way back to this person. Hold on, where's my pendulum? Here. Is there a reconciliation here? Yeah, for some of you, but not most of you. For some of you, you're going to be freed from the situation. It's going to be you know, a clear cut. But some of you, you may be able to resolve this issue, but I don't even know about the people who resolve it. Uh, I don't know if there's a happily ever after with a resolution for the, yeah, okay, for some of you, for a small number of you. And for those of you watching this, you're like, is that me? Is it not me? I don't know. You're going to have to wait it out. You're definitely going to need to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. Talking to this person, that person. I don't know what you're doing. There's something where, you've got to rid yourself of that desperation to fix this and just let it be for a little bit so that you can, it's kind of like letting the dust clear so you can see. Right now the dust is kicked up and it's foggy and smoky. You can't see. Queen of Swords. Yeah. So this totally complements what I was saying. The Queen of Swords is never in a hurry to resolve anything. I mean, the King of Swords would be perfect coming up too because are they're very clever in the way they operate. They never are in this kind of Nine of Swords energy. They're sitting in their thrones like, okay, bring it. Let's see. I'm going to wait until I see clearly. And then when I see something that doesn't belong in my life, I'm going to make use of my sword and cut it out of my life. But the Queen of Swords is never in a rush to use that sword. And of course, the disclosure here is we're never talking about violence, right? Okay. Just had to say that there. A look at the sun. Here is, I really feel that this is the last promise from this reading. You know, from the play Annie, the sun will come out. Things are going to clear up for you. You will have this great results, right? After you get past the tower, there's going to be something that happens that you're going to notice. It's going to be obvious. Something's going to fall apart. And then, always when you're in that kind of adverse situation, it always seems like, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. And then after it's over, you're like, oh, wait, okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Oh, look, the sun is coming up, you know? So this is just consolation from spirit that, you know, you shouldn't be stressing yourself out so much. Are we done with tarot? No. We're done with gold foil. These, yeah, okay. Got some clarification. What do we got, Spirit? Look, wow, there goes that lump again. There is, wow, I really want to cry. The Ten of Cups. Here's the other marriage card. And again, I'm not promising marriage. For some of you, yes. And by the way, for some of you, this may mean within your marriage. Some of you are married who are having marital troubles too. So the ones, yes. So the ones who, Spirit was saying, yes, you can resolve this. You guys are probably already married and there's, something happening that you need to get past. But just don't be in such a rush to resolve it. Just, there's got to be like a kind of a quiet period where both of you can kind of go in your corners and wow, I just got deja vu. There's another reading very much like this. And I said the same thing where you guys need to go in your corners and just take a beat. Reversed? No. Here are more cups. We've got the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I mean, with the Sun and the Four of Wands, I mean, you've got a good outcome here. More tarot? We're done. Okay. Okay, guys. So, yeah, I think that's a reading for you. I love to hear from you guys. And I respond to every single comment. So, and I enjoy hearing from you guys. So, if you guys want to share, I will be thrilled and you will be hearing back from me. Um, I hope that I've helped lighten your burden on your heart, and I hope you can look forward to better days. Okay, my lovelies. Love, light, healing energy, and many blessings. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 3, Chrysoprase, let's see what we got. One tea leaf, we have Quill. Get back to the basics. Okay. Moonology card, we have Full Moon in Sagittarius. See the big picture. Okay. Full Moon in Libra. For the eclipse in Libra, find a balance. Right? So that is the current energy that we're entering or that we're in. Numerology card. We have 0404. Slow down. Get back to basics. Look at this. See the big picture. This is like, take a breath. Slow down. Balance. Power struggle. Force. Violence. Hope. Authority. Ancestors. Restlessness. Low vibrations. Warning. Those are the keywords here. Then the message is pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Okay? I'm seeing the energy here unfolding. Message from the universe. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down the streets you've never walked before. Right? So this is getting back to basics. Goes very well with this. You know, it's kind of abandoning what you're doing right now, that it's not working uh, for you, and going back to the drawing board, so to speak. Another message from the universe is every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. When life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. Fabulous. You have a self-mastery card here. It says maturity. As a master, I am unaffected by surprises. I know the ways of the world. I have gone beyond displaying my ego. I take care of the reputation of others. It's interesting. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards give us. Okay, so we have these three cards. We have Eight of Pentacles. Okay, Three of okay, okay, gotcha. So there's something that you're currently working on that you are counting on will be successful. Um, this is something like a new business idea, or that you haven't, I don't think you've implemented it yet. Um, there's something new, uh, like I said, a business or even a YouTube channel idea, an online business. I don't know. Just there's something new that you are starting to see how it can be successful. And the universe is saying, yes, you're right, it will be successful. But there's a little bit of a pause that you need to take here, because it's like with a new endeavor needs to be a new attitude. You know, there are some habits and some old limiting beliefs and things that you have held on to that aren't especially helpful or healthy for you, that you need to let go of before you start implementing this, because you don't want to taint this energy that you're cultivating. And by the way, something that I always remind people when they're in a new endeavor like this is to keep this energy to yourself. Don't tell other people about it, you know. And this can even be, very close people, to your parents, your husband, your wife, just for the gestation period of this idea. You need to keep it to yourself because ideas can be very fragile, right? Because, listen, tending to a new idea can be difficult as it is on your own, with your own doubts and limiting beliefs and all that kind of thing, and without incorporating someone else's energy into this idea. They'll contribute their own doubts and limiting beliefs and whatnot that can really, if not stifle it, but delay it and kind of taint it. So just keep it to yourself for a while. Yeah, you see, Seven of Pentacles under the Eight of Pentacles is like, you have this initial spark of you're excited about it and everything, but it's kind of like, oh, but you're really looking at the work that you have to put into it, and you're like, is this really going to work? Is this really going to be worth it? Am I really going to be able to pull this off? And of course, that energy will lead you into overthinking, Four of Pentacles, overthinking, micromanaging, over controlling. This is all what I was talking about, the limiting beliefs and the doubts and everything. This is what sprouts from that, that you're going to need to, which, by the way, this is all natural. This happens to every single person, even for, the biggest, most daring minds, the Elon Musks and the Jeff Bezoses and I don't know, Bill Gates, all those people who have started their businesses that we all look up to, that are like, wow, they really made this big thing. They really pulled it off. At some points in that journey, they were feeling this to some degree. Like, oh my gosh, am I really going to pull this off? Everyone feels like this. So don't beat yourself up for feeling like this. It's just, you need to work through this and work it out so that this little sapling, this little weed doesn't turn into this big overgrown forest that impedes you. Ten of Pentacles. Look at this beautiful flow of pentacles here. This is exactly what I was talking about. Look at this. Seven of Pentacles is the doubt that you have. Four of Pentacles is, you know, being so nervous about it, you're over controlling and, overpowering and fearful, to the Ten of Pentacles under the Wheel of Fortune, which is you pulling it off. Okay? So the only thing that you need to do to get to this success is get out of your own way, is what Spirit is saying. So beautiful, guys. You're going to get there. Let's remind you, every situation in life is temporary. Better days are on the way. So, this, like I said, about those famous entrepreneurs, that everyone goes through this, but they pushed through it. They reminded themselves of this, that, yeah, this is natural. This feeling is going to go away. I'm going to push through this feeling and get to this Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles. And you can't do the same thing over and over again. This goes under the Four of Pentacles here. This is the over controlling and the just, you know, smothering energy. This is get back to basics. This is wait a minute, stop and let's think about this. Let's go back to the drawing board, right? Slow down the 0404. You'll get there. Just take it easy. So beautiful. We're done with this pile though, right? Okay. Okay. Cards. You got two cards coming. Okay, Spirit. What do we got? Oh, Spirit just told me to remind you of this maturity. I'm unaffected by surprises. This speaks to the Four of Pentacles. We're not going to freak out about things. I've gone beyond displaying my ego. Still Four of Pentacles. I take care of the reputation of others. So this is talking about also still Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is a very, squatting in your root chakra energy, where sometimes you can be so wrapped up in your root chakra that you hurt others, right? Kind of like, I know this sounds like very, very extreme, but just to convey the energy that I'm speaking of, the root chakra can make you pull you into the behavior of a trapped animal, right? Trapped animals will lash out and hurt people indiscriminately and that kind of thing. So that's what this is saying, that you really have to manage this fear of yours because you don't want to be stomping on other people, and that's what we tend to do too when we're trying to climb towards success, right? Is sometimes if we're not careful, we can step on other people's toes. It, wow. So the Six of Pentacles talks about exactly that. Goes right under this maturity card of about this is the taking the high road and being generous with others card. And if you've been following me in my other readings, you already know that this card almost never means giving monetarily. It's about being spiritually generous and taking the high road and being loving and giving to others, right? This energy is the opposite of stepping on people's toes. This is always stopping to be mindful of others and being generous to others when we can be. Okay, here's our other card. What else we got here? Queen of Wands. This is one of the entrepreneur cards. But Queen of Wands, the way she differs from the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like um very all business. And I can see why Spirit chose the Queen of Wands here because this complements this energy that I'm talking about because the Queen of Wands is also entrepreneurial. She is very ambitious, but she does it with a dose of optimism and high vibration and a light energy, which is what the sunflower is about, optimism, which opposes this Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles energy of we're going to get through it. It's okay. We have a setback. That's fine. We'll get through it. She never takes her eye off of this Wheel of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. She is fixated on it. She knows that she's going to get there. And she's not going to let these doubts impede her. And she's not going to let these doubts lead her to hurt others or plow through others, right? Beautiful. All you need to do in this energy is be mindful. Be mindful and heartful, right? Consult with your heart chakra and your third eye. And that was the message for the last one, too, right? A balance here of thinking, doing, feeling. Okay? I hope that you found this helpful. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. A like and subscribe is always welcomed and very, very helpful to me, so I would appreciate it. I always respond to every single comment because I love engaging with you guys. So, you know, please share your thoughts if you feel comfortable. I will be thrilled. Speak to you soon. Love, light, many blessings, and much success. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 4, the rainbow fluorites, you have one tea leaf, which is mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Is this you? Is this Aquarians? No, this is someone in your life. Okay. We that's something we always need to ask ourselves, right? Is where's the problem here? Is the problem me? So, no, spirit's saying no, this is not you. This is someone in your life. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. Mm-hmm. There's a lot I want to say about that, but let's trudge on here. 1717, drama alert. The keywords are independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, aspirations. And the message is take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. Okay. You have another message from the universe. Oh, that was numerology message, by the way. 1717. Messages from the universe. If you want to be more successful in life, your priority should be to focus on your mindset, on all that you want to attract into your life. Trust that more is happening than what you can see. Many forces are at work in your favor. Allow them to help you. Absolutely. What do we have here? Direction. Okay. So there is something specific that spirit is a direction that spirit is trying to point you in here. When this direction card comes up, this is the higher self deck. It really, for me, I put the word change in here. There's a change in direction. There's something new that's coming. And all right, I'm gonna hold back in talking about that until I pull the tarot cards because I think I'm getting the energy here, but we'll see. Adventure, guardian angel. Oh, lovely. So you've got some light energies here. That's good. This is the Sonia Choquette deck. After we do the tarot, we'll double back to this card and read the description from the book. You have a self mastery card here, which is oops, cooperation. The master has a quiet eye for what is needed to bring success. To to supply it at the right time, in the right place, and in a positive state of mind. Okay. So I really feel like this speaks to the someone who's frustrating you. Um, this is, I hear my father saying, don't let the bastards get you down. Um, this is about not letting other people's low vibration affect you. Don't let it drag you down. Um, so let's see what the Pharaoh gives you here. What other messages do you have for the viewer? Seven of Swords. Is this reversed? No. Okay. Okay. So oftentimes this can be two things. I'm getting one very strongly. This is a for the querent to work harder, work smarter, not harder. But I'm getting more of the literal message here of a person who's frustrating you, who really thinks they're getting something over on you. Knight of Wands, and here you are. You're like, not so fast, mister or miss. Six of Cups. Okay. So we're excluding romantic relationships here. For a small number of you, this might involve romantic relationships, but I don't think the main focus is on a romantic relationship. Is if there's a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend involved in this, fine, but that's not what the focus is here. I'm feeling more like uh, a friend, a platonic relationship, or even a family member. I think for most of you, this might be a family member, um, or someone who feels like a family member, someone you call sister, brother, can also be a blood sibling, someone that you know, that you share memories with, you've known for a long time. Hmm. You've had a falling out with them. Hmm. Okay. So I'm getting some of you have someone in your life who is that type of person that really fancies themselves as being very clever and funny. You know, deep down they're profoundly insecure though. But they like to put down others like narcissistic type person. Like, I was just joking, it was just a joke, haha. Why are you so sensitive? That kind of person that constantly puts you down and kind of tries to force you to accept their actions. Yeah, but you're not having it anymore. There's the tower. Okay, so the Hierophant. Okay, let's go in a line here. We've done these three here. The Three of Cups is, and by the way, this person is charismatic. Sometimes it's very funny, very fun to be around. You know, there is. an air of enjoyment with this person, but they've got some serious flaws that affect others, and they've gone a little too far recently. Has this already happened? Okay, so yeah, you're aware of this. If something's happened to you in the recent past or is continuing to happen, that you're like, wait, this isn't so funny anymore, you know? And these celebratory three cups here are now on the ground, spilled, and you're not happy. There's something better for you, Spirit is saying. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles, something better for you. Okay. Clarify the Can you clarify the hierophant? It's so funny when they do that. It's like, yeah, 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 here. We know what you want. Here. Yeah, okay. Any of these reversed? 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 Oh, this is reversed. I'm sorry. This is reversed. Okay, everything's in the right position now. Okay. Yeah. Two of Pentacles is you not knowing to handle this, and I asked for the Hierophant to be clarified here. Yeah. The Hierophant kind of talks about in this situation, it's like something that feels cemented, that feels stable. That right now you can't. In one of the other readings, we were talking somewhat about something like this, like uh, a staple in your life, something that you. It's a situation, a friendship, or a relationship that is very rooted in your life that you don't see yourself parting from. So this can very much be can be a family member, a sibling, or something. Um, and the Two of Pentacles is like you're not managing it well, or at least you don't perceive yourself to be managing it well. And it's like, and this goes very well with the Seven of Swords here, where, he's feels like he's getting one over on you. And you're kind of buying into this, like you feel like they're winning, in this fight. Um, but of course, here's Spirit saying, listen, this is how you deal with this person, Ace of Wands. Here's the game plan to overcome this nastiness that you're in right now. See, yeah, and I was just directed towards the mule again. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Right, which is Hierophant. Hierophant is something that is cemented. It does not change. Yeah, this is this person, like, this is the way things are. You have to deal with them, and but that's not true. This Hierophant here is an illusion. It's not real. In one of the other readings in this pick a card, I was like, I bet that the first one, I think, the devil, I was like, I bet you the devil is going to show up, and he showed up. I bet you more cards. Yeah, the devil should show up right over this Hierophant. It's like it's an illusion. It's a lie. You can. Whoa. All of these cards? All of them. Good Lord. Ace of Swords goes with the Ace of Wands. This is Spirit giving you plenty of support. Knight of Swords. Reversed? Yeah. So yeah, this is ugliness here. This is you, see, yeah. This is you here with your feelings hurt or angered, insulted, and this is ugly words. This is you starting to address it. And you resisting this attitude of theirs of, I was just kidding. Why are you so sensitive? And you're like, listen, cut it out. I'm not sensitive. You're defending yourself. But this person is so dysfunctional in their behaviors and their thoughts that no matter how you come at them, it turns into ugliness. So there kind of needs to be a rising above this, because dealing with this person is always going to lead you down into the mud. And the Two of Pentacles proves that. This is you feeling dragged down into the mud. The Fool reversed, right? Yeah. Over the Hierophant, it's like you can't see your way out of this. Queen of Pentacles, there is a way out of this. And not only is there a way out of this, but there's a way for you to get out of this on top. And let's be very clear here, because you can't have the mindset of winning over a person like this. You can never win over a narcissistic person except for just walking away from them. You can't stand here and argue with this kind of person and expect to come out smelling clean. It's not gonna, you're always gonna be covered in mud. Two of Wands, again, is you starting to see your way out of it. And he's looking off into the distance. This is far away from this mess. And here's you guys fighting. Five of Wands. Okay? There's no winning. Are we done with tarot? Yes. Okay, let's see what Sonia Choquette has to say. Adventure. You know what? Remember I said the devil? Look at these. I don't know if you can see it, but this person has shackles on their wrists. This is just like the devil, right? And here's the breaking of the shackles. So we do have devil energy here. This energy of knowing, of feeling like there's no way out of something that you feel cemented to is always a lie. There's always a way out. You just need to ask. If you can't see your way out of it yourself, all you need to do is ask Spirit, and Spirit's going to have a game plan for you. And how do I know that? Because Spirit says so. Here it is. Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. This is the idea, and this is the action, right? And those of you who don't know about this card, this is a hand coming out of thin air here. This the cloud here. This is the universe handing you a sword, which is an idea, a thought. Handing you a wand, which is an action, a game plan. And Knight of Wands, this is you implementing it. And look at how the Knight of Wands is facing this clown here. No match. And he's a coward, right? Look at he's going in the other direction. He's running away from you. Okay, adventure. What's the number 7? Adventure. The key words are experience, travel, discovery, expansion. The messages: your soul and spirit have grown enough to safely venture beyond the familiar. You are now free to expand your horizons. Your guardian angel is by your side. Isn't that comforting? It's lovely. You're never alone. Your guardian angel is by your side, encouraging you to fearlessly explore new territory and to see new experiences. Your soul is outgrowing your present circumstances and is determined to discover more. Oh, right. And before I was talking about, I'm going to wait to talk about it. And this is it here. Your soul is outgrowing your present circumstances and is determined to discover more. Trust your curiosity. There is so much more for you to experience and become. Sign up for the Italian or photography class, the yoga retreat in Greece, the university course, and dive right in. Don't allow anyone to discourage, guilt trip you, guilt trip, scare, criticize, or make fun of you, or try to stop you as you, sweetie pie, as you venture out. Do not be afraid or be deterred. You're about to embark on a wonderful, life-changing expansion of your life. Your guardian angel's message for you: spread your wings and fly. Okay, so yeah, this is reminding me of what I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, which I wanted to hold back and wait until I did the tarot, which is um, you always have the option to walk away from people, no matter who they are, no matter how close you are, no matter, how closely a blood relative they are, whatever it is. You always have the choice to decide to remove this energy from your life, which is what this adventure card is saying. You are free to release yourself from this. You don't have to be in a relationship with this person. You can walk away from them. Okay? By the way, I did not mention you have the Fool here reversed. Hi, JJ. Lila, honey, could you please give me a second? The Fool, which talks about you embarking on something new, you moving away from this, right? And here is the Eight of Cups, which is moving away from this. Okay? It's your choice. But Spirit is saying you are free to do this. You don't need to deal with this BS anymore. Okay, sweetie pie. Mama's working. Okay, guys. So I hope that this steers you in the right direction. I hope this clarifies things for you. I hope that this lightens your heart. And I'm sorry that you were treated this way. You do not deserve this. Okay? I look forward to hearing from you guys. I respond to every single comment that I get. I enjoy engaging with you. So if you're comfortable with it, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. Liking and subscribing also means a lot to me, so please do so. I'll speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.